doubled, and full iron door doubled and crossed. And with my dagger, I have middle iron door doubled and middle iron door doubled and crossed. Fiore makes a point of saying that the doubled and crossed postas are best used in full armor because they can't extend as far as the other posta for their defense. And we got the page where Fiore explains the 4 basic dagger strikes. The dagger is a pendente, downward blow from the center, and then dritto, a sideways blow from the right, and a reversi, a sideways blow from the left, which Fiore says you can strike anywhere between the elbows and the line with the temples. And then the satani, which strikes from below. Fiore says you could strike as high as the middle of the chest. Beyond that, you start to lose your range as you start to get higher. And there's a page with 4 masters who illustrate the types of plays that you can do after you've done one of the dagger remedy masters. There's a master holding a dagger who represents the disarms, a master holding a pair of arms, which represents the breaks and dislocations of the opponent's arms, a master holding a set of keys, says he's the master of opening and closing the arms for getting into binds, and then a master who has another man under his foot, he's holding a palm leaf, who's the master of throwing. And if you look at the illustrations of each of these masters, looks progressively older, his beard gets longer, so it implies that you should start with disarms if you have the least amount of experience, and move on to breaks, and then binds, and then throws, which makes logical sense because I can keep the most distance away, especially if I'm unarmed. You keep the most distance away from my opponent if I'm going to try and take his dagger away. If I want to try and break his arm, I have to get a little bit closer. If I want to try and bind his arm, I have to get closer still. And if I want to throw him, I pretty much want to be torso to torso, making me closer, even closer still, and meaning that by the time I get this close, I have less chance. If things go poorly, I have less chance of getting away without being hit. So I want to have the most experience, have the most confidence in my skills before I'm going to try and throw someone down.
You know the names of the 5 masters in Friulian in the time?
Porta de Barrow and
Magisto, the Porta de Daga.
right?
Magisto, the Porta de Daga. Those 5 masters.
No, I think
Theodore, Lambert, Magdalene.
only a few words there. Theodore and then so we'll move on to the remedy masters. The first remedy master of dagger, I want to take a gather step, my left leading leg offline, out of my opponent's way, come out to a longer position, my hand ready to throw a counter strike with the drill. Come in. I want to make contact with the hand first, and then grab, and I can hit him from there if I want. The first play that Fiore talks about is a disarm. I'm going to wedge my forearm against his dagger and drive his arm down, and that wedge is going to push his dagger into the gap between his finger and his thumb and release it from his grip. If I can, I'm going to take it away and hit him back with it. And then, as a counter to that first disarm, Fiore shows that when I come in, I should immediately take my dagger around his forearm so that he doesn't get that wedge. And as he drives my arm down, I'm going to drive it into his ribs. Another play we have is a middle key. Comes to the first remedy master. I want to drop my weight with my arm against the bend of his arm because I want it bent. I don't want him to be able to keep it straight. And then I want to use trap his wrist and my armpit use my forearms to lever his elbow up, and keep his elbow or his wrist down. And Fiore says from there I could throw you easily if I wanted to. Take it the other way. Counter to the middle key. My opponent comes in. I'm going to double up on my dagger. I'm going to move behind it and go for a low key. So I want to lever his wrist with the bend of my right arm, push down into his elbow with my wrist, and rotate his hand at the shoulder in a direction that it's not meant to go. Another play, we get a straight arm break over the shoulder. Come on, kind of knee. I want to make sure that I have my shoulder just past his elbow. I don't want to be on his forearm or in too tight because I want the lever